welcome back to Phoenix Rising. It is Training Tuesday, and today I'm going to be going through what I do for my glutes and my hamstrings workout. It's the powerhouse muscles. Just remember, I'm not a qualified PT yet. This is just the exercises that I do at the minute to try and manage my condition and build strength and remain active. That might change when I do the course. I might realise that these exercises are rubbish that I'm doing and I'm talking a lot of crap, but this is what I've been doing so far just to try and keep happy and healthy. Why, for me, is it important to focus on glutes and hamstrings? It's because, honestly, my hips are like the most painful part of my condition. I have really bad hip pain. I have 2 labrum tears in either side of the hips, and it affects me greatly. I get chronic pain in my hips. I've had 3 operations in them. So there's a lot of building back up. There's a lot of things that I need to do to support. So yeah, I really do work hard on trying to get them as strong as possible. So that's why it's super important for me. Leg days are always really important. So yeah, today's glutes and hammies. Come with me. Let's warm up with some nice exercises, and then we'll go downstairs. So the first exercise we're going to do is a hip flexor release or stretch, and that's going to open up the front of the hips, and that's especially important if you do spend a lot of time sitting. Tight hip flexors can pull on the lower back, so loosening them up does help reduce pain and improves glute activation later on. If you have hypermobility, just move slowly to avoid forcing the range, but it's a good exercise to do. Next up, we have hip swivel into hip lifts. This is probably the second time I'm trying this exercise, so I've not nailed it down in terms of form, but I can feel it doing what it needs to do, and it's a really good one. So you're going to activate the lower back, the core, and the glutes, and this exercise helps lubricate the hip joint. So they wake up the deep stabilizers, and that's crucial, especially for those managing EDS or joint instability. Next up is an all-time favourite, glute bridges, the first ever exercise I was given by a physio, and I absolutely love them to this day. So it just helps your body move from the hips and not the lower back. It's a really powerful tool for chronic pain because it builds strength where a lot of us are weak, but it's really safe and low impact. So I'm putting my hands in that position just so I can try and feel the squeeze of the muscles when I'm lifting up. And you pause at the top, squeeze your glutes, and then lower with control. So it's all about quality. Next up is the clamshells, another oldie but goodie. Clamshells do target the glute medius. So it's a small but very important muscle that supports hip stability and balance. So this muscle is your friend if you do live with any kind of chronic pain or dislocations. You move slowly, you stay in control. You can add a band if you want. I don't bother because it's hard enough as it is. And lastly, we've just got banded glute kickbacks. So perfect for isolating the glute maximus in a controlled way. All right, let's get this hair tied back. See what we can accomplish. I'm doing 60 kgs today. I really do want to end up doing my body weight. So that'd be good. Working towards that, that's my goal. Let's see how many we can do before I cry. Okay. So now we move on to the strength building, endurance control and power exercises. First one is this barbell hip thrust. It is the queen of the glute builders, according to Instagram. So you drive through your heels, your chin is tucked, and you engage your core. No music in the gym today, so can't dance. Dumbbell RDLs are next. I'm currently in this video doing single leg RDLs, and that will soon change, but the idea is to keep your spine neutral and push your hips back. Keeping my spine neutral is something that I've been working on. I'll talk a bit more about that in another video, but I have found it quite difficult. But as you can see here, I started to struggle with my hands on a single RDL because of the weight, and I don't have wrist straps. So then I was talking to myself in this part of the video because my microphone switched off. What I'm telling you is I've decided to do the dumbbell RDLs together instead of single and do a lighter weight. And I've put the bench behind me to try and help me. And this is where we ended up. So again, it's always important to adapt your workout to how your body is feeling. Next is dumbbell reverse lunges. As you can see, I'm struggling to figure out where my body is at the beginning of this. These are quite challenging for me. Anything single leg, incorporating balance, and my knee positioning is always tricky, but I'm working on it. They're not perfect, but practice makes perfect. Then to my favourite exercise for glutes is the Smith machine good mornings. Controlled hinge with some added support of the Smith machine. So it's really good if you need a little bit of extra joint stability, and I really like this one. We have our single leg press. This is a glute focused, so try and keep your foot as higher up on the platform as possible, and that hopefully should work the glutes. Push through the heels and move slowly. This is sped up, so I am moving slowly. I try not to chase the weight, but chase the connection that I can feel in my muscles. And the last but not least is the leg curl. I'm doing this on the machine. Targets the hamstrings, and we do this nice and slow. I'm finishing off with our cool down. So stretching the hamstrings and glutes helps to reduce soreness and it supports recovery. I also just like to take a moment to breathe and reflect. Moving our bodies is a privilege, and how we treat them does matter. So just have this time to really just think and check in with myself and see how I feel. So if you liked this week's Training Tuesday, please drop a comment, give me a like, tell me which one was your favourite exercise. Progress over perfection, and your effort is enough. So don't be comparing, because comparison is the thief of joy. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more chronically ill, friendly, wellness, fitness content. And as we say, keep on rising.